Estos son blindados que están listos, preparados, bien mantenidos para realizar el ataque a la hora que le den la orden.
والبندقية ننال الحرية.
Ahmed Salem is going to take us to the liberated territories of Western Sahara. It's a part of the desert that's even more arid than here. So we're packing a ton of water and food and fuel, also bringing 5 soldiers for our protection. We sped off to the Polisario-controlled liberated territories, a largely uninhabitable no man's land, littered with landmines and remnants from the 16-year war. The Polisario mainly use it as a military zone, as there is only enough water and food to accommodate for the soldiers and the small population of nomads who live there. On our way we passed the Moroccan Wall, also known as the Burr, or the Wall of Shame, that separates the Polisario-controlled free zone from the Moroccan-occupied territories. Behind me is the sand wall built by Morocco to block the occupied territories, and it's surrounded by something like 7 million landmines. So I've been told to stick to this track, but some Sahrawis just crossed us into the danger zone to have a demonstration. So they're going to provoke the Moroccan soldiers who are peeking up right behind their post. Morocco claims Western Sahara on the grounds that a few Sahrawi tribes once pledged their allegiance to the Sultan of Morocco. Although the International Court of Justice recognizes legal ties between Morocco and some Sahrawi tribes, they concluded that there was no tie of territorial sovereignty between Western Sahara and Morocco, and that the people of Western Sahara have the right to self-determination. The 1991 ceasefire was meant to pave the way for a referendum in which the people of Western Sahara could choose between independence or integration with Morocco. The Sahrawis are still waiting. Morocco hugely profits from the occupation, which has made it the world's biggest exporter of phosphates and sardines, all of which comes from the Western Sahara, an area that potentially also has oil and gas. When the protesters dispersed, we took a desert lunch break. We stopped for lunch and I didn't realize that they had brought a sheep in the back of the pickup, so they killed it and now they're cooking it. Then we continued our journey into the heart of the liberated territories, where Ahmed Salem has his command post. At the military base, Ahmed Salem took us to see an unusual addition to the landscape, one of the many pieces of art that he has made and placed in the desert.
Es una bomba de fragmentación y que simboliza los sueños de Marruecos en eliminar y exterminar al pueblo saharaui. Esto es Mohammed VI, esto es Sahara Occidental.
Then we headed to the command room, from where the battalion plans its strategies. However, it felt more like a museum than the headquarters of a military unit.
Entonces aquí vemos los muros, o la historia de los muros. Se sabe que Marruecos, después de fracasar la guerra con el pueblo saharaui, fue obligado, y gracias a sus aliados, los israelitas y los americanos, le trajeron la política de los muros. Cuando paramos la guerra, los marroquíes tenían a más de 200,000 soldados a lo largo de todo el mundo.
So, during the war, you were in a surveillance patrol. Can you tell me what you were doing?
Abrir brechas en el muro, desactivar minas del frente y llevarla a la profundidad del enemigo, ponerle en el camino de los tanques y de los blindados que vienen diariamente y todo tipo de vehículos.
So you basically crossed the wall, reactivated the mines, and put them in the Moroccan camp.
A veces abrimos brecha y abrimos brecha en el muro para que los tanques entren. Yo les voy a enseñar ahora lo que se conoce por los refugios secretos.
Is that a soldier in the tree?
Este es un centinela, es un guardián. كف واحد كف واحد وكف اثنين. هو طبوا.
I wasn't sure what we were about to see, but it felt like it had all been put on just for us. Then I realized that it was a Polisario military exercise of how to take control of the Moroccan wall. The Polisario told us that they invented desert guerrilla warfare and that they used their tunnels as a method of surprise attack, allowing them to get behind enemy lines unnoticed.
They may have a small army, but they come out of nowhere. Like, this guy will sit here on this tree all day, and if he sees an enemy soldier, he'll give a signal, and suddenly, out of nowhere, all these soldiers appear from secret tunnels. Completely pitch black in there. Oh God, I'm gonna get claustrophobic. So dusty in here. The soldiers just told me that the most time they've spent in here is 2 months. And I asked them, so where do you go to the bathroom? And they just said, bring a plastic bag.
هذا هو الغرفة ديال الاستراحة.
هاي التراب احنا ما نتخوفوا منها. هاي ترابنا نبقوها. ونقدر نفوتوا عام ونقدر نفوتوا عامين ونقدر نفوتوا 3. والتراب دخنه. هاي احنا ما يقدر علينا ونبقوها. نختاروها عام ونقدر ناكلوها. نين مرة واش ناكلوه؟ لا ناكلوه.
Are you prepared for a war?
نين نعطانا الأمر اليوم الصبح نحرر ترابنا.
السلاح هذا السلمة وخالق لا السلاح ولا بديل
عن طريق المصير وبالبندقية ننال الحرية.
Ahmed Salem and the Polisario front want to show us even more of their war preparations. So they took us to this place, somewhere in the middle of the desert.
Estos son blindados que están listos, preparados, bien mantenidos para realizar el ataque a la hora que le den la orden.
Have they used them before in the war?
Sí. Estos son tanques que han participado en la guerra y aún también están listos para utilizarlos nuevamente.
All the tanks and weapons that the Polisario have showed me so far seem to be pretty outdated, like from the last war in the 70s and 80s. I wonder how they would stand against a modern army.
وهذه المنطقة فعلا فيها الإرهاب، وهذه المنطقة ما يمكن أن تم شاعلة فيها النار وإحنا في مأمن، هذا مستحيل.
توجد علاقة وطيدة بين المهربين وبين الإرهابيين، كلهم يريدون أن يخربوا بلدنا.